Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Hermit Skies. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having an amazing day. Wellsmart is very popular. Last time I checked this, there were 93 gold coins, which means 93 coins spent. There are now 301. So we have made 301 sales at Wellsmart. People have been buying stuff, which is awesome. It's good to know that I am reducing the grind for some of the other hermits. And we're selling all sorts of stuff. So we're selling draconium, obsidian or refined obsidian, night slime. I mean, all sorts of things. I don't remember if I showed this last episode or not, but I added this special section where everything is one coin. Nether stars, awakened draconium, enderman heads, and insanium all being sold here now as well. So all sorts of good stuff to help the other hermits out and help them kind of avoid some of the grind that is, you know, a natural thing with Skyblocks. In today's episode, I'd like to do a few different things. So, our neutron collectors over here have finally gotten us up to enough neutronium ingots to make the compressor. I've been doing some research into the compressor. Holy cow, the grind is real. To make one of these iron singularities, you need like an absurd amount of blocks. It takes iron blocks. We'll get into that a little bit later. What I want to do first, though, is I'd like to actually complete a couple quests so we can open some loot chests. And the first thing is we can make red matter like so. And that completes the red matter quest. So we've got that done. Then there are these pickaxes and tools and things that you can get as well. And I'm curious, let's look at those real quick here. Red matter. Yeah, if I want to make like the pick, for example, that's actually not too bad. I mean, basically it just boils down to coal and a little bit of grind. That's pretty doable. And a couple diamonds. I mean, that's actually something I can totally do. So I could make all three of these. What's this one? The Philosopher's Guitar. Combines the functions of the sword, hoe, axe, and shears. Huh. Actually pretty good. What's the damage on this sword, out of curiosity? 17? So it's not quite as good as my carbon broadsword? But I seem to remember that these can all be empowered to make them, like, ridiculously good. So that might actually be worth doing. In the meantime, though, I want to look at this guy, the magnet card. So this thing's actually pretty easy to make. It's not bad at all. I need one annihilation plane, and then we can make this magnet card. And this thing's pretty cool, actually. If you toss that into here, what'll happen is anything it picks up will actually just go automatically into your system. So this is the only red matter that I have right now. We can take off this magnet, and if I just chuck this guy out, when I... No? Is that not how this works? A magnet that automatically inserts items into the AE network? Does it have to be, like, activated? I've never used this thing before, so... Huh. Maybe it needs to go in... No, that wouldn't make any sense. Oh, opens filter. Here we go. Except there's no, like, on or off? Whitelisting, blacklisting? Maybe it needs to be... Okay, well, I don't really know how this thing works, but I guess I'll just go back to my regular magnet for now. Either way, making that thing completed a quest. So, out, and no, go up here. There we go. It completed a quest for us because that was the only thing we actually still needed to make for the wireless crafting. Also, I totally forgot that this is a thing, but there's this wireless networking stuff. You remember when we set up Wellsmart? We set up this quantum ring with the quantum singularities. We went through all this craziness. That was pretty much entirely unnecessary, and I'm an idiot and forgot that this was in the pack, and some of you were kind enough to remind me. So what we could have done instead, and what would have been way cheaper, is we could have just made a wireless connector. We need a couple pure Fluix crystals, we need a wireless receiver, we're gonna need a network tool. I can just make that right now. We're gonna need a couple of these. Toss those all into our system like so. We can make the wireless tool, and then I need a couple pure Fluix crystals. So let's go sand. Do I have any Fluix dust? I have a little. I have just enough. So we'll make 4 Fluix seeds, and then we'll take those. I think our crystal growth chamber is over here. Yeah, here we go. We'll just toss those in. These will grow up into pure Fluix crystals, which we can then use to make the wireless thingamabob. So if I toss that in here, no, go back you. We can go wireless, and bam, we have a wireless connector. And this is essentially just what it sounds like. You attach this to your ME system, and then you can put another one somewhere else, and it will automatically do the thing. It'll just give you like a wireless connection, which is pretty cool. So let's make another one of these. I actually want to use one of these like right off the bat, because right now our extreme reactor is way up in the sky. It's far, far away, and I'm actually kind of manually refilling the yellorium in it right at the moment. Where's our sag mill? Actually, our sag mill is right here. There we go. Let's just toss that down right here. We'll toss these guys in, and they will turn into Fluix dust. I probably don't need more than a stack. I don't need pure Fluix crystals that often, but we'll do that. We'll grab a little bit more sand, and we'll combine those into 2 stacks of Fluix seeds. There we go. And we'll throw all this stuff away as well, because I don't need it right this second. And I'll just leave the sag mill all hooked up. But then we can toss this into our crystal growth chamber, make our super amazing wireless receiver, or our wireless connector. It's a second wireless connector. Let's just toss those in. And then we should be able to automate the fuel in our extreme reactor so that we don't have to go up there and manually do it every so often. So there we go. We'll go wireless. I do need to make one more of these guys. But there we go. So I don't think I've used this before. If I have used the wireless thing before, it's been a pretty long time since I've done so. So you'll have to kind of bear with me here, but I assume that we would just go, let's see, how many channels are on that? That's, probably don't want to connect it there. Let's just connect it up right here. This is fine. So we'll do that. And then I think you right-click this, and then we go way up into the sky, up to our reactor. And the fastest way to get up there is just like this. There we go. And then let's get rid, let's see, this is our yellorium insertion. So let's take that. That was kind of a terrible plan. Oh no! Oh, we broke our reactor. Oh, rip. Okay. Oh, and now I have no power. Okay, hold on. Put that back. Activate reactor. Now we have power again. Whew, that was close. And very unfortunate. But we put this here, and then I think yeah, there we go. So it's connected now, which is what we need. And then I think you just, no power. What do you mean no power? The reactor's up and running. Did that drain like all of my power? Tell you what, let's turn all of this off. How much power is this using? We're generating 200,000 at the moment. Yeah, now it's filling back up. How much power is this thing using? That seems ridiculous if it's... We'll have to play around with the amounts a little bit and kind of see what we can figure out. I don't need more fluix dust. Oh, I have an export bus, though. Here we go. Let's put that here. And let's go... Yep, I've got Yellorium in my inventory. So we'll click on this, and we'll do that. And then this should automatically insert Yellorium. Yep, there you go. You can see it going up. So that should work. That'll mean that we don't have to actually come up here and do this every so often. I am a little concerned about the power consumption, though. If we bump this down to like 50% insertion across the board. Yeah, look at it drain. Wow. I don't know if that's worth it. Like I mean, then again, you know what? It's fine because I'm producing Yellorium faster than I can spend it. Since I grow Yellorium, I've got 94,000 Yellorium ingots right now. So actually, this is the convenience is what I'm paying for. But still, I can't believe how much power that thing is draining. Is there a way to check? Click wireless connector to bind. We've already figured that much out. I'm like legitimately surprised at how much power that is sucking down. Let's go network and let's make a wrench and make a network tool. I think this will show us if I right click energy usage 94,000 AE per tick. Unfortunately, I don't know exact. Oh, here we go. RF. That's what I need. This is sucking. My AE network is sucking 188,000. Yeah, look at this. 84,000 RF per tick from those wireless connectors. That is so much power. And I think that might be per. That might be per. So that would be 160,000 RF. Wow. That's expensive, power-wise. I mean, we can afford it, but still, I don't know if that's worth it. Either way, we've got some of these loot crests. Let me go ahead and make the red matter tools, all these, that it has for those other quests, because as I said before, it's basically just diamonds and coal, and then a little bit of grind time and crafting and stuff, but basically just diamonds and coal is all it boils down to. So let me get those made, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. All right, guys, I am back, and I've set up a little bit of an automated system to help me make all of this red matter. I did go ahead, and I have managed to create the red Morningstar and the pickaxe. The pickaxe actually goes into making the Morningstar. So I've got those done. However, the guitar, that thing, this is a little bit more. So the Morningstar, if we look at that, you need the pick, you need a shovel, you need a hammer. Hammer is basically just 2 dark matter and then 2 red matter, right? So, and a little bit more dark matter. The pickaxe we needed for the other quest, and then the shovel is 1 of each. So the Morningstar is not too bad, but the guitar, on the other hand, this guy, we need the hoe, the sword, the axe, the shears, and then 5 more. So it's going to take a little bit more than I had initially thought. And I was like, you know what? We're going to automate this because this whole, like, just manually dragging stuff in and clicking, it just wasn't working for me. No, this is why we have automation. So we should be good to make some more dark matter. So let's make a... Am I out of diamonds? No. Oh, okay, I'm not out of diamonds. I'm out of diamond blocks. Okay, that's fine. Let's just make like 4 stacks of diamond blocks. That should be enough to tide us over. That's right, because I don't have those stored in a compacting drawer. Okay, try this again. There we go. 37 dark matter. That's a little bit more like it. And then we'll grab some of this Eternalist fuel here. And let's see. For the guitar, we need the shears. We need the axe. We need the sword. And we need the hoe. And then we need to turn those into red matter. And that's going to take a little bit more doing. But let's go red matter here. And let's just make as much of this as we can. We made 12. Okay. So that should be enough to make the shears. And the hoe. And not the axe? Oh, because we need dark matter to make the axe. Yeah, we need dark matter to make some of these. Got it. Okay, this is fine. So we'll do this. We'll go back to dark matter. Like so, make a bunch of that. And then we need to go back to the guitar. We were working on the axe. And then the sword. So that's all there. And then we do one of these. And we have ourselves the red guitar. So we now have all of the super tools from Project E, which is pretty cool. So let's claim that. And this guy, turn this off. You've done your job. You got me through that horror. Do you know how long that would have taken if I had just done that all manually by dragging each thing of coal into the Philosopher's Stone inventory? I would have taken a minute. It would be here like 4 days later. It would be ridiculous. Yeah, very glad I decided to set up a crafter to do that for me. Anyway, we have some loot chests to open. Kind of junk. Definitely junk. Certainly junk. More junk. Even more junk. Junk. Just junk across the board. Man. I'm having the worst RNG. And as some of you have said, oh, maybe if you claim the first one. Now, it's completely random. It's just entirely random. It pulls from a loot table. You have no control over what you get. Some of you also said you can get it from the dire crafting table, that super sword that I want so bad because it has looting 40 on it. And the crafted, like I could craft the sword myself. Was it the Sword of the Cosmos or something like this? This one? You could craft this yourself technically, although, by the way, infinity ingots? Yeah, good luck. These things, that's not something I could realistically craft myself right now, but it would be possible to craft it eventually. The thing is, the one from the loot chests has looting 40. The one from crafting it does not. And that's why I want the one from the loot chest so bad, because looting 40 would be amazing. But we have had the worst RNG. I don't know. I mean, we still have a bunch of quests left, so we're not, it's not a foregone conclusion just yet that we're not going to get it. Like, we still have enough quests left where we could still potentially get it. Let's make one of these real quick, because this is another quest that we can complete quite easily. There we go. 64 case crafting storage. And that completes the auto crafting quest claim. Another blaze charm. Really, game? You're killing me here. All I want is that one sword. It's the only reward that I don't have that I want. Oh well, it's fine. But there's a whole bunch of different stuff here. The transmutation table, we figured out we need to get into Botania for that. That's not going to be happening for a little while. Dark matter armor we could maybe do. Let's take a look and see what goes into that. Dark matter. Okay, so we would need supremium armor and then a bunch of dark matter. And supremium, we need all the previous one. Yeah, we would need to craft the entire massive set of armor. Although that would also complete the supremium armor quest. Also, there's this ultimate furnace. What goes into the ultimate furnace? An ultimate furnace, supremium furnace, nether stars, wither skeleton charm fragments. That's actually not that bad. I think I could make this. Do I still have the Supremium furnace in here somewhere? I do. We could probably do this. Ultimate furnace. Here we go. So we need 4 of these. Oh, but I don't have the withered ribs. Okay, so never mind. We can't do that right now. But if I set up a proper wither skeleton farm, instead of just the one that just grows these, that is something we could do eventually. It's not that bad. It's really just the withered charms, and then again, just a little bit of crafting grind. But it's all pretty doable. We also need to get farther into mechanism at some point as well. We've finished this stuff. The Book of Knowledge. Learn about every item that has an EMC value. Tome of Knowledge unlocks all transmutation knowledge when learned. Dude, that's insanity. Tome of Knowledge. How you make this thing? Oh, you need to do fusion crafting with a chaotic core. Okay, so that's, and an infinity ingot. Okay, so that's not happening anytime soon either. But I do want to go at it's with an A. Okay. I do want to go ahead and make one of these Neutronium Compressors now that we have enough ingots and stuff to do it. At least I think we do. So let's go. I think it required 3 hoppers. Let's make a couple of these guys. We need more of these crystal matrix ingots. Let's just make like a stack of those. And let's make 32, 16? 16. That should be enough, I think, for the compressor thing. Yeah, that'll be enough. And then we just need a bunch of iron blocks and then the neutronium blocks. And the neutronium blocks are going to be the tough part. So let's just grab all of these ingots. Or the neutronium, I should say, is going to be the expensive part that took us forever. But we'll make a neutronium block. We'll grab some iron blocks. We needed a couple of these. And then I think it was just the hoppers, right? Yeah, hoppers. There we go. And then we just need our dire 9x9 crafting table. And then we should be able to make this compressor like so. Beautiful. So this is now done. This thing, this thing right here. So let's toss this down, right? So say, for example, you would like to make an iron singularity. So we have a fair amount of iron. We have 8,000 iron blocks. Let's just toss a stack in there. Oh, I need 17,000 iron blocks to make one iron singularity. Now, bearing that in mind, 17,000 blocks to make a single singularity. Let's look at an infinity ingot. That requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of these infinity catalysts. And the infinity catalysts require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different singularities. I'll let you guys do the math as to just how many resources go into a single infinity ingot. But it's a little bit. It's a little bit. And then there's the neutronium ingots on top of that as well. So yeah, this is not something that we will be completing very soon. What we'll probably have to do is completely automate this process. So what I'm thinking is we're going to end up making seeds. If we look at the if we look at these infinity catalysts, right? We have all these different singularities: nickel, iron, gold, lapis, redstone, nether quartz, etc., etc., etc. All these different things. What we'll probably do is make all of these, is what I'm thinking. And then from here, or we'll make seeds for all of these, I should say. so that we'll grow them in our farms. And then we'll have to set up auto crafting. Go away, pig. We'll have to set up auto crafting so that it automatically crafts the blocks and all that kind of good stuff. And then once that's done, it will export them directly into this compressor. And we'll need a different compressor for each one. I think that's really going to be the only way to do this in any sort of manner that will cause us to not actually lose our minds. And we're going to need a lot more production of those resources. Right now, like diamonds, I have 12,000 diamonds. That's only about, I mean, it's what, 1.5 thousand blocks, roughly 1.5 thousand blocks. That's not even one, like, it's not even like 1/10 of a single, or actually it would be just about 1/10 of a single infinity, or a single diamond singularity. It's just ridiculous. It is absolutely absurd how many reasons. I think the default config is like 400 blocks for a singularity. So it's been cranked way up in this pack. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means, please don't expect me to have infinity ingots like by next episode, because that's not going to happen. Well, we'll be lucky if we have infinity ingots going by the end of like 2020. Yeah, that's a pretty tall order, but we can do it. It's just going to take some time, and we're going to need a lot more infrastructure than what we have right now. These little 5x5 fields for those resources are not going to cut it. We're going to need a lot more than that. We're going to need probably, I don't know exactly how much, but just to do it in a reasonable amount of time, we're going to need to produce a lot more than we're producing right now. So it's going to take some major infrastructure, but I think it'll be a fun challenge to see if we can get there. Also, I just want to say, the Infinity, a lot of you have said, use the Infinity fluid cow. Get a fluid cow that has molten infinity. Molten infinity actually cannot be used to make infinity ingots. You can make infinity tinker's tools and tinker's parts with it, but you can't make ingots. That has been disabled. So having a molten infinity cow will not make it possible for us to get these. I wish that would be an easy way to kind of cheat the system, but unfortunately that is not a thing. So even though some of the other hermits have infinity fluid cows, and they can use those to make infinity tinker's tools, you cannot make ingots with it. You can look through here, you can smelt them, but you can't turn them back into ingots or blocks for that matter. Yeah, so that's kind of the deal. Maybe you could do blocks, because I don't think blocks normally show up, but I'm going to assume probably not. I'm sure one of the other hermits who has an infinity fluid cow will test it out. Also, we really should try and get our hands on a fluid cow, so we can start getting different fluid cows and things. We'll get to that eventually. Unfortunately, though, guys, I am out of time for this episode, so I'm going to have to call this one right here. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.